Howdy, everybody, and welcome to Retro Repair Roundup, episode number 30. How you all doing tonight? I hope you are all doing great. Tonight's guest is FrodoJedi, also known as Frank, also known as, I don't know, some guy who's mixing two different awesome fantasy science fiction themes together, which is absolutely cool with me, who is also extra awesome because he's wearing the Legend of Zelda t-shirt. Say hi, everybody, to FrodoJedi. Hi, thank you.
Hey, Frodo.
Hey, everybody.
Our hosts tonight are me, of course. We've got Javier, we have Trina, and we have Ron. Remember, everybody in the chat, to lasso that like button and spur that subscribe button so that you know when we're doing more cool stuff in the future, like talking to other fellow nerds in our wonderful little hobby. So let's say hi to some of the people in the chat. We got Bob Darlington, Everything Broken Garage. Hi, Ryan, Eric's Edge, One Bit Fever Dreams, Dave's Vintage, Apple Tech, Jack 68K, Daniel Hansen, DJ Craze, and some other folks I'm sure I missed. I apologize if I missed you, but hello to all of you. So
I think Bob Darlington ducked out just as we were. Yeah, cool.
Oh, he
Seeing
took
you.
off.
Catch you later. I'm out.
Oh, yeah. Francois is here. Hi, Francois. Yes. Cool. So,
Bonjour.
FrodoJedi Frank. How you doing tonight?
Not too bad. How's everybody else doing?
Good. Welcome to our wonderful, silly little stream. You're relatively new to this hobby, or new to our community at the very least. Why don't you introduce yourself? Say hi to everybody who might not know who you are. Give us a little background about how you got into being a retro computer nerd.
So I've been into computers and collected computers for quite a while. Just got busy with life and other things, and now I feel like it's a good time to get back into retro computing and keep up with the times. I know not a whole lot's changed with the hardware and technology, but at the same time it has. There's a lot of advances that have come out in recent years that add a lot of functionality to these older machines that everybody enjoys and likes. So, tons of different projects out there by a lot of great people. So now's an exciting time to actually be a part of the community. So I'm actually excited and happy to be here and hang out with everybody.
Cool. Awesome. So, what cool project do you have going on in your world that you can share with us? Are you a mostly Mac person? Are you an IBM person? Do you do what's going on?
So most of my normal IT experience has been a lot of networking, servers, routing and switching. So vintage computers has always been a hobby of mine. I mean, I grew up in elementary school was my first experience with Apple computers, as with most people. Everybody had the 2E's, 2C's, and that in school. So we all played a lot of the same games, of course, Oregon Trail, Number Munchers, things like that, that everybody remembers. So really, most of my collection has been around Mac computers. I've just recently picked up a bunch of Apple stuff to add to the collection. So I'm excited to be working on a lot of these Apple IIs that I picked up. More specifically, a lot of them are Apple IIes. So
that's right. Didn't you just weren't you on just a stream about that, talking about that big haul that you got?
Trina's Technobabble. So Trina had me on her stream Friday evening after I picked up all the Apple II stuff. So we did an unboxing. We went through all the computers. We went through 5 boxes of 5 1/4 discs. We learned a lot about Sticky Bear that none of us had any idea. So we had a great time, going through everything. So
I think you were really lucky too, because a lot of the stuff that you picked up had been bagged before it had been put into storage. So
that is true.
Yeah,
nice.
Kept some of the damp out.
Shockingly, no pun intended, I was able to actually plug in several of the 2Es and nothing blew up, nothing smoked. Everything remained intact. Of course, after I was done using it, I did unplug it, from the wall, just to be sure.
I think you have the entire Sticky Bear collection of floppies now.
I do think I do. So a lot of the stuff that came from that collection happened to be from the education realm. So a lot of it was educational discs from computer labs at schools and stuff. So Sticky Bear apparently had his hands in a lot of things: reading, writing, math. There were a lot of different things.
Pretty
I know there's
sticky.
comments.
Mhm.
I see comments, people asking Sticky Bear. So that's what it is. It's apparently it's a collection of vintage software that had a lot to do. No, not the car, not the Gouda.
I know a lot of people talk about Sticky Bear and things like that, where it's just like who is this weirdo? But people of a certain age, and I am one of those persons. When we were kids, there was a series of books that was by Richard Hefter that are called Sweet Pickles, and it was basically that all the animals, like it was an alphabet thing where it was like, an A is one creature and a B is another creature and stuff like that. And Sticky Bear was one of those
Oh, no kidding.
offshoot. Yeah, it was an offshoot of the Sweet Pickles books. So
Okay.
if you and actually I still have a bunch of those from when I was a kid, because
Aw.
it was something that you could actually go to grocery store, of all things in the US. You could go to grocery stores and you could buy, it was like a subscription service through like Weekly Reader, which is another late 70s early 80s
Yep.
thing that was trying to get kids excited about reading for like just simple little hardback books. That I mean I got one every week, and it just took 26 weeks to get the whole series. So
That's pretty awesome.
no, I loved that stuff as a kid, because smart moms know how kids' minds grow. Sweet Pickles. I remember the commercial.
Wow.
See, I don't remember that at all. And as we were,
I know, because
unboxing
you're like
5
32.
boxes of discs, I'm 35. I'll be 36 here soon.
Oh my
But
God,
we were
you're such a kid. Wow.
Yes.
Almost my age.
unboxing. We were unboxing all that stuff, and like none of us had a clue. You're like,
Mhm.
what's Sticky Bear? And then, of course, the further we went down the rabbit hole of discs,
Mhm.
we found 8, 10 different ones.
Yep.
That were Sticky Bear. Different variations.
Cool.
Well, we were talking on the stream about he has to archive a lot of the stuff because a
Yes.
lot of it is just like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
only so Ryan of Everything is Broken Garage had done a search and he could only find one of the Sticky Bear like on archive.com.
We need to contact 4 a.m.
I know, but we need I know you actually need to go to like Macintosh Garden, because
Oh.
archive.org is kind of slapdash on Macintosh software. So
Okay.
Well, no. I think for Apple II, Asimov is the one that you go.
Oh, that asimov.org, yeah.
But again, also there's lots of software that's still out there that is unarchived because it's copy protected, and the right people haven't gotten
Sure.
hold of it. So,
Right.
folks that have an applesauce that have the setup, then this is why Ron mentioned 4 a.m. Who is
I
the
did a-
crack master, so to
Yep.
speak.
I did a. Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say is that 4 a.m. and his awesome capabilities with an Apple II and a Mac and with the applesauce unit to preserve that stuff he's a good resource for that.
But
Go ahead.
I did a quick search on for Sticky Bear on Macintosh Garden, and I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Did they? I think they did several for Macintosh. But most of them are for
Probably.
Apple II.
Yeah, because these were all Apple II discs
Yeah,
that came
yeah.
from the
Yeah.
computer lab.
I
So,
remember I
there
saw
was
a Macintosh one for Sticky Bear. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, there was tons of discs in there. I mean, there was ones that I wouldn't even have thought about. There was nutrition stuff on there. There was construction, how to read blueprints. I mean, there was all kinds of kitchen design.
Hey there, kids! Let's build a treehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely you need to archive that or send it to somebody like 4 a.m. and ask him, just archive it and send me back.
Yep.
You can also, if you're coming to Kansas Fest this year, just bring them with you to Kansas
Oh, yeah.
Fest. 4 a.m. or Jason Scott or somebody's going to be there with an applesauce archiving that stuff. So.
Yeah, I need one of those flex engines, like the person in the comments just said that Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack.
Yep.
Definitely need to find one.
What is a USB flex engine?
I did a
Flux.
quick search of
It's
it.
an applesauce.
Cryoflux. Yeah.
Cryoflux, applesauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go to Moby Games, there's a pretty comprehensive list of all of the Sticky Bear titles for various consoles. But I mean, there's like Commodore 64, Atari. If it was a home system that they thought that they could shoehorn in some educational software, by God, it can't. If it's 8-bit,
Yeah.
it came out for it.
Well, what was funny was when we were opening some of the software, there was a letter in there from a college or a university that said, "Please do copy this software," which is completely opposite of what you normally see. You know, don't
Please
copy it, don't do anything.
Please,
Yeah, this
please
actually
copy
said,
that floppy.
"Please do copy this
Yeah.
floppy." Yes.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please
That's
download
funny.
this car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were all, when you started reading that letter, because it was talking about copyright stuff, so we're all expecting,
Yeah.
do not
normal.
look at this floppy the wrong way. Do not think of copying it. Do not dream
Do not
of copying
taunt Happy
Yeah.
Fun Ball.
it. Yeah, but this was like, go ahead and copy. Feel free.
And best of all, we did find a working copy of the Oregon Trail 1.4 on
Nice.
5 1/4. So we popped that in and we actually played it for a little bit.
That was the
That's cool.
only thing you were looking for out of all this.
That was out of the entire pile of stuff. Well, when I found out there was not a 2GS in sight on all the Apple IIs that I got, I had to at least get an Oregon Trail. And sure enough, in the very last box, toward the end, we found a copy, double-sided, because we almost had it. I got excited, and then I think it was Ryan from Everything's Broken Garage pointed out. Now there was 2 discs for that. Sure enough, flipped it over. Second side was there.
Just a quick update to that, because you were talking about the 2GS, and we
Yep.
had mentioned there was a bunch of cars, and we thought maybe they might be in the trunk of the cars. Did you ever contact the person?
I reached out, but I haven't heard yet.
Okay,
So
okay.
we're still waiting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Because you had everything for the 2GS, minus
literally
the
have-
2GS.
Yes, minus the 2GS. I have the monitor. I actually have 2 of them, I think. I have the monitor. I've got the keyboard, mouse. I've got the disk drives. I have everything besides the 2GS. So eventually, one will show up.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Eric Rangel had a good point. There could be a 2GS motherboard in one of the 2Es. You could have a magical stealth 2GS. So
Oh, that's
open
true.
every single one and check them.
Yeah.
Garth's right.
We'll
though.
wait.
I could sell 1 or
Go-
2 of the 2Es and have
Go ahead,
plenty
Frank.
left
We'll
over.
wait.
Yep, please do. Hang on. Let me slap it all together here.
Yeah.
So, what are you looking forward to doing with the community coming up now that you've made contact with a lot of hopefully cool people like me?
Like the
I mean, not that Ron guy. I mean, he's
Well,
annoying.
No,
you
what
know,
a
it's-
jerk, that guy.
It's all about networking. It seems like I've learned something from everybody's stream thus far. Like good things to do, good projects that are going on that I didn't know about, things that people are getting involved in. Like I'd never even heard of Naboo, up until the last couple of weeks when everybody's been talking about it from one sort or another. So, I mean, like I said, I've learned a lot, just in the short time that I've been part of the community here, and continue to learn something different every single time, I pop on somebody's stream. So I enjoy watching everybody. Everybody's got their own take on things. So it's exciting.
So I think what he's trying to say, Joe, what he's learned from you and I is how not to stream.
Got it.
Yeah.
Understood.
Oh my gosh.
I think the most
no, I mean,
important takeaway is drink plenty of water.
well, the thing is you see a lot of these people who get on here, and I haven't set out to be a influencer or any of that kind of crap. I'm just here to have a great time and enjoy people's company. When we get on these streams together, there's a good banter. Everybody's got something to add to the conversation, and that's what it's all about.
Oh, and the one thing you need for your stream is a cat. Like, this food.
Yes, I know. We have plenty of cats. We've got 11 total, so there are plenty of cats, just not in here. I may have to do what Justin did and get
retro
a
computer
stuffed,
people and cats. I don't
get a stuffed
a
cat.
thing.
Yeah, see, I would have never thought of that either until people started mentioning it. I was like, I'm catching a theme here, and not just one cat.
You got to take a
Most people have
dog out to
lot of
walk it.
Yeah.
You got to
I
have
got
a
dog.
I need something. I need a pet that can handle all of its own potty stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Too late for me.
Well, you still can't handle your own potty stuff. Is that what you're saying, Javier?
That's correct.
Oh.
No, he was saying it depends. You know.
Oh.
Ah! But it's all in good fun. That's what's great about this. You know, like
Yep.
you get some people you meet that are into something and then they're a little too serious, and that's what's great is everybody's got a sense of humor. So far that I've been on, everybody's had a pretty good sense of humor. Everybody has fun with it, and that's what it's about. Having fun and enjoying things. I mean, when it gets to the point where it's not enjoyable, then it's not worth doing.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Eric,
Absolutely.
cats like the
Then it becomes like work.
writers because they put out like 4,000 watts of heat.
Garth's right. Garth pointed out when we looked through the 2E systems and all were pretty normal. They were definitely, you could tell they were 100% computer lab computers. Schools weren't spending a ton of money on things. So all 8 of the 2Es that I got, I mean, 2 were platinum, but other than that, all of them were pretty normal, average, run-of-the-mill specs, nothing crazy, no fancy cards, anything like that.
That's also what kind of makes me think it possibly not have a 2GS in it, because most of them had stickers on them from schools.
From schools, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they
Yep.
had asset
And of
tags
course,
on them. So.
like any other school, they had a ton of image writers. So there were 7 of them that I picked up in that cache of stuff.
And what I suggested is that he goes to VCF East and finds Steve's car and just puts them in the car while Steve's doing a presentation or something.
Steve's credit card would like that because he wouldn't have room to buy.
Yeah,
it.
he loves them.
Like his car would be preloaded.
Well,
Right?
We'll even help you out. We'll distract him for you.
Yeah.
Steve's flying this year, so I just
his arms are
anything
gonna be tired.
Anything that ties him up in TSA is something that we should invest time in.
Ryan pointed out the floppy drives. The floppy drives were a good score on that. There were 20 floppy drives. One of them was a Unidisc 1.44 meg one. So that's in there. I mean, there was some 800K ones in there. So there was quite a bit of good stuff. And then Jeremy, I don't have a 2C. I remember them in school because we had them in the library. The 2Cs, the ones with the handle. The smaller version with the handle. Yeah, I don't have one of those.
The easy to steal version. Yep.
Yes, right behind
portable.
Javier. Yes, that's exactly it. Nope, I don't have a single one.
Javier,
I have
put that
some of
back.
the
Get your
green-
2+ and just send it to me. Thanks.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the computer size, because I had a string of computers come in from the University of Toronto that were, or sorry, Ryerson University, that were all stolen. That this person kept bringing to me.
Oh, no kidding.
They eventually stopped after I called them out on it.
That's probably why most places now are just buying Chromebooks, because they're just disposable.
Yeah.
It's like buying a regular composition notebook at this point. Chromebook.
Trina, what did you say to him? Did you say, listen, I'm having a hard time moving these things? Knowing that they're stolen.
So
until the heat dies down, I'm gonna need you to not bring.
It takes me 45 minutes to get into each one and disable LoJack at the hardware level. I just.
He had actually brought me 2, and I called the first time just quickly, and I talked to the head of security. The second time I talked to some security doofus who said, "Oh, you have to open up a ticket with the Toronto Police," and I'm like, "But I don't own these." And of course, the ticket was kicked back. He said, "Well, you have to do that." And then about a week later, I heard back from the head of security who's like, "Who are you talking to?" And I said, "It was this guard number, blah, blah, blah." And as I'm talking to the head of security, the guy knocks on my door with a 3rd computer. And I'm like, "You're going to laugh at this. He's here with number 3. And he's like, "Oh." So I literally called him out. I'm just like, "These are stolen. I'm on the phone with the head of security right now, and I'm not paying you for it." And he just turned around and walked out. Never saw him again.
Wow. It reminds me of the time where I kept getting calls for someone named Karen McAdams. And
did her
they were
vehicle's warranty expire?
No. It was. I guess they owed some money on home medical equipment, and I'm the only McAdams in the phone book in my area. So they were just calling me, just in the off chance, and be like, "Listen, stop calling me. Here's her number." They kept calling. I was like, "Listen, you got the wrong person. You got the wrong person. You got the wrong person." Finally, the last time they called, I said, "Listen, Karen is sitting right here. Okay, we are laughing at you. We are laughing when we get off the phone with you. We're calling. We're ordering more home medical stuff. Is this how you want to live your life? Listen, Karen, is this how we want to live? Yes, Karen says this is how we want to live our life. They never called again.
That reminds me of the time that I got the Jehovah's Witnesses to finally stop coming to my house when I went to the door naked finally. And they never came back again.
I think you just invite them in for a beer.
You just got to do things to get rid of people sometimes.
You listen, I will talk to you about anything you want, but you have to drink at least one stag. And they're like, it's cool. It's cool. I'm like, it's like 104 outside. Come on, Ed. No, it's fine.
But yeah, telemarketers, they're awful persistent, especially when it comes to like debt collectors.
It's like their job depends on it.
Yeah.
Cool. So, quick reminder for everybody who doesn't know, who might be watching. This is March, and March is Marcintosh. So, what Marcintosh means is it's the entire month dedicated to vintage Macs. And at this point, we have expanded that entire thing to anything Mac related that is earlier than an M1. You got an Intel Mac, that's fine. You got an original Mac 128K or a prototype, that's fine. Leases, sure, close enough. Do you have like a Newton? Yeah, we'll let that pass. But if you got a Mac and it's March, make sure you get out there, love your Mac, tell everybody about it, and hashtag that with hashtag Marcintosh.
Marcintosh.
Let's talk about some Marcintosh stuff. Who's got a cool thing that they've been working on for Marcintosh this year?
Ooh.
Whom?
Ooh. Mr. Kate.
Yeah.
I've been working on all kinds of stuff. Next. No.
Yes, if you don't.
Actually, something neat that I did is I actually printed up all brand new stickers, and it'll be a little too late by the time I get to hand all these out. But I've got new Ron approved stickers. I've got a new and improved because this is the old design, and this is the new design. Javier helped me out with this.
Yeah, I like
this
it.
is the new design. I also have SatMac stickers.
Ooh.
And these are all
we need to make you big for this.
Yeah, these are all like kiss cut, very nice little. Well,
what the hell?
Nicely done. So,
Nobody
and then
gets
also my brand new Ron.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah,
expensive, but cool.
Yeah, they're expensive to print like the kiss cut stickers.
Yeah,
but you know, you can save money in quantity, but I think I still.
Are we watching
like
Logan's stream there, FrodoJedi? I mean, all we see is like ceiling and
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 can
nose
you see
hairs.
all the Apple Mac stuff sitting over here?
Hang on, let Joe make it big so we can.
Yeah, and you should. Oh
my God!
It just keeps going.
We have Steve's protege identified.
Yes.
Oh, this is just one room.
Oh no!
Like
when there's more than one room,
you
know it's a problem.
I've got
There's a lot of just a few things
everywhere.
under the
those are getting mailed to Ron.
No.
Oh, yeah. Hey, way cool.
Yeah.
Hey, just one small question. Why are your floppy drives on the wrong side of the machine?
Which one?
Go back down there. Go down to that. Yeah, there you go. Why are the floppy drive and CD-ROM on the wrong side of the machine?
Because he's in selfie mode.
Why is the power switch on that Apple II monochrome or green screen on the wrong side? Are you living in a parallel universe?
I am. I'm. So the secret's out now. Yes, I am from a parallel universe. Everything is completely backwards and opposite.
No.
So that explains the goatee then.
That's why I'm so much like Steve. You know, I'm the opposite Steve.
Has the Terran Empire finally?
I'm the past.
Yeah.
The Terran
Empire decided to finally allow Romulan ale. Come on, enough is enough.
Today.
Legalize it.
Not today. But yeah, I just had to show a sneak peek there while you're talking about it. All the fun stuff that's lined up for projects.
Cool. I'll say that I started my Marcintosh project with that pile of Macs that I saved, and I want to bring a few of them back from the day job office, which is my temporary storage because my better 7/8 won't let me keep them in the house.
They're constantly on my ass about all the air quotes.
Yeah, you know. No, but seriously though, I'm trying to not clutter this room any worse than it is. But that's what I want to do. I want to get some of those back. I also one of the things I did was, I think it was last night on Steve's stream, our little impromptu stream, is I got the SATA drive working in my G4, so that was pretty cool.
Neat.
So now it actually like only sounds half like a jet engine, so that's great. Yep. What about you, Javier or Trina? What do you Marchintosh?
Nothing right now, but I have something coming in the mail.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Power
just
computing.
give you a sneak peek. I'm hoping to get it by the end of the month. It's at an airport right now, so
Yeah.
hoping that it will be finding its way soon.
Well, there's just the one.
Well, I'm not
It's
telling you. I'm not
It's
saying
Canada.
anymore.
It's just the one. Just
Well, no,
walk
no.
over.
It's at an airport in the U.S. right now.
Sorry.
Oh, and you guys only have one, right? And,
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got a couple. I think I'm pretty.
No,
last I
one.
checked. Yeah.
One or two. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's going to be. I'm hoping to have that by the end of the month, so I can do an unboxing video on it.
That's very cool.
Sweet. And Javier has a power computing boxadoodle.
Yeah, and I've been trying to make it work. I finally got a video card that Big Bad Biologist got me, so I'm gonna try to get it run maybe tomorrow,
Cool.
and we'll see. We will see. Oh,
Speaking of video cards, I have a 2CI here that has a portrait video card in it, which is completely useless. Does anybody have some other card they want to send me for that?
It's not
Not
completely
useless.
Steve. Or Joseph.
Joe.
It's
His name is
How do
Joe.
I adapt it? How do I use it?
I can barely see you. All you have to do is just plug it into like a display that supports like 1280 by 1024, like some 19-inch LCD or something like that. It'll be high enough resolution, and the scaler in there will make up the difference to take it down to 832 by whatever.
I need an adapter because it's a 13W3.
Well, yeah, but you can buy those Sun, like, because Sun was big on that. If you go and you just search for 13W3 to VGA, they all just work. They all just work.
Cool.
And but the thing to know is, since it's monochrome, is that you will have to modify your card. Here, actually, I've got mine right here. I baked one ahead of time. Let me show you.
Now he can't find the cake.
No.
I can smell it, but I don't know where it is.
It was on a different stack. Is this it? Yes, it's this. Okay, here we go. So what you have to do is this: since your VGA display, your LCD is going to be, color, so it's going to expect a signal on all those pins. All you have to do is modify the back of your card, where all you have to do is bridge those other
big chunks.
Yeah, the big chunks, and just bridge that over. And what it'll do is combine it. Otherwise, when you plug it in, it'll just be green, or it'll be blue, which is fine. It might be cool if you're going to make a blueberry machine, but otherwise, yeah, you just bridge it.
Cool.
I just have a little jumper cable in there that just does all the magic.
Is there a color card that was ever made for that?
No. But you can max out the RAM. I maxed out the RAM on mine, and yeah, it supports 2 bits when you get all the RAM in there. Actually, if you maximize the RAM on some of these cards, you actually get 4 shade grayscale, which is super cool.
Ooh. But there was a radius color full page display.
I have one.
Sorry, I should have said not that Apple made.
Okay.
I have a radius one.
Yeah.
A monitor sitting right over here.
Ship it to me.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't have a card that can use it.
Don't care.
I have the monitor.
Keep it. Those are good.
I have the monitor. I just don't have a card.
Yeah.
That'll work with it.
Cool. That is awesome. Thinking. Yes. I would like to talk about a cool new retro tool. It's not really new, but it's a cool tool that I've been looking at, and I have one over here, and Javier would like me to actually get it working so he can have his chip back. but it's called the Dupal. I will drop a link, Doodle.
Say that again. What's it called?
Dupal, D-U-P-A-L, not RuPaul. Dupal.
Yeah.
No, RuPaul is more.
Yeah. That's it.
Enchanté.
Let's see if I can get the
Sachet you stay.
That one.
Sachet Shantae. So here it is. Let's zoom and doodle in a little bit so you can see it. So it's called the Dupal. It's this board and code and all of this stuff that allows you to reverse engineer PAL chips and GAL chips from the olden days. Mm-hmm. So it allows you to yank down that data. It uses OptiBoot and AT megas and all this other. It's got all these other details. You can read about it if you're one of those hardware hackers. But because I'm getting more and more into reverse engineering things, I would love to be able to have a device like this that helps me reverse engineer those PALs. I have done some PALs are actually fairly relatively easy to reverse engineer because they're simple. Those simple non-registered combinatorial, so they're effectively like a big ROM chip. So if you wire something up correctly, you can get the input to output equation. The input to output, it's not really an equation, it's like data. And then hand convert that into equations for a new PAL chip. But this, in theory, allows you to actually get like JED files out of it. Which then you can then just like flash directly back to another chip. So you don't have to like do all this weird manual conversion BS. So that's a pretty cool tool. I've yet to get mine working because I am stupid and getting OptiBoot like preloaded on the chip is like dumb. So I don't know how to make that work. But other than that, cool toy that I'm hoping.
Joe, don't feel so bad. I'm looking like as you're scrolling through this and going, I have, like, you might as well be speaking Latin to me at this point.
Well, Trina, the great thing though is when Joe gets this, he's going to do an amazing video where anybody can like learn about this. Like, and if it's a superficial understanding you want, Joe will do it. If you want to get into the weeds, he'll do a live stream, and that'll be like in the weeds. So I'm looking forward to it.
Perfect.
One chip, two chip.
JCM-1.com.
Yeah, he was doing that video that one chip, two chip, red chip, blue chip.
Yeah.
All about the chips.
Booty.
All about the chips, baby.
It's all about the chips.
Cool. So that was my cool tool. Does anybody else have a cool new thing they want to talk about?
Yeah, my apartment. Ta-da!
Yeah, let's do that.
Wait, Bob Darlington said that he wants to start replicating booties. Please do that. Please do that. The Apple II community really needs that. Please. Sorry, Trina.
No,
tell us about your new place.
Booty. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of sitting in the living room / as you can see behind me. I don't know which way to point here. There's the kitchen. It's there.
Okay.
Sure.
And then I have the bedrooms through the door kind of in behind, and things are still stacked up because I'm still trying to find spots for them.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know, it's going to look like that for at least the next 6 months. That's just how
it's going to look like that forever is what I've just given myself.
Wishful thinking.
Everything's in a box, so you know where it is.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with that. Although you did the move out thing where you put it on the shelf and you put a box on the floor beside the shelf and just did that, right? Pretty much, yeah.
Don't make me talk, Bob Darlington.
So and then I've actually changed my hours at work. So I now go in from 8. I was working 8:30 to 4:30. I now work 8 to 4, so I get to come home earlier to my apartment.
Awesome.
Because I'd rather be here than at work.
Why?
Because I now have where I'm sitting now is pretty much where I was sitting on the floor when I first moved in, because I had to wait for the movers to come. And I called Mom and I'm like, oh my God, I got my own place again. I was so excited. So this is why I also changed my hours, because I'm like, I like having my own place again.
Yep. Great.
Yeah. So it's coming along just slowly, but
Yeah. IKEA is your best friend. Get some
Oh,
Shelf.
I already have shelves up here. I got a shelf up there. All my former IKEA shelves that I got
Mhm.
for free.
I wish I had an IKEA closer.
Mm-hmm.
The
So
closest
Well,
one's either
don't worry.
Paramus, New Jersey.
Eventually, the parking lot will touch your house. So it's a continual expansion.
so
That is
yeah,
true.
so
Well, they
that's what.
do home delivery now.
3 heroes for Trina. Yeah.
Yay.
Hooray!
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
that's the biggest new thing here, and I got a whole box of laptops the other day because I'm stupid. Um, and I'm a sucker for buying apparently dead laptops for God's sakes.
Stolen laptops, you know.
That's your thing.
Well,
Yeah.
not stolen. These are all legitimately. It was desktops that I was getting brought. Those stolen computers, they were all desktops.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but they were like the small form factor. So, used
Yeah.
laptop as furniture. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
Ooh,
Mhm.
Francois.
Like rack.
You see my lac? Ooh, you see my lac rack? You want to see it? Right there. The lac
Oh, you
rack.
got one of those fingers as well.
Yeah, he printed one.
Don't start that. Yeah.
There's my lac rack.
If you want to 3D print one and send it to Toronto, I will take one, and then I can point at things like my cat that's behind me.
Just poke them, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
No, I'm not going to poke her. She's curled up. She's being good.
Yes, absolutely. Cool beans.
Oh, I want to talk about something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're about to that point anyway. Of what we're
Ooh,
working on
look at
our recent
that.
hits. Yeah, we need to make you big.
So let's bring it because I already have talked about this a lot, but I want to talk about that a lot more because I'm about to do my first Kickstarter. And I'm
Ooh,
nervous and I'm
Ooh.
crazy and all that.
Yeah.
So for whoever doesn't know what this is a floppy drive, an Apple II floppy drive with an clear enclosure from Mac Effects. And
Awesome.
what he was lacking was the front face with the little door. And finally, after 2 years of a lot of failures, I finally got it 3D printed in resin from PCBWay. And they did an awesome job. So good that I was talking to some people, and several people in the community told me that they would be interested in one.
yes.
So
That's
yeah,
like
the
the
only-
perfect companion to the clear Apple IIe case.
It is. I'm telling you, it really looks nice. And the only thing that is not gonna have is the Apple logo and the disc 2 thing, just because that can be added later.
Right.
Mhm.
And maybe there's people that don't want it and they want to put their own stuff. So I just
Also, you might have some problems with a very, very large multi-billion-dollar corporation who has the copyright on that particular geometric
Correct.
shape.
correct.
And what is
So-
the hole on the right hand? I guess
This
your
one?
left.
LED.
Yeah.
LED.
that's
LED.
for an
I
LED.
just
Okay.
didn't put it in. It's back there. You see it.
Okay.
Curled. I forgot. But yeah, but it's very good. It's very strong.
That's awesome.
As you can see, I've been really not very nice with it, and there's no problem. So
Javier, you should have designed it like the little flap on the front of those Apple Color monitors, where it was just molded into the plastic, and after like 5 or 6 times, it just like started to
Just
rip
fell
and
off.
broke off. I mean, that's authentic Apple engineering.
well, actually, my original one broke like every 2 seconds.
Mhm.
Oh.
So that's why
So-
I'm happy about this.
So when you're
Mhm.
selling them, are you going to have is it going to be a complete unit or just the case?
Just the front case, just the little part. The
Oh,
rest
okay.
of the thing you got to provide it yourself. And this
Okay.
one you can get them from Mac Effects. The
Okay.
cover.
Mhm.
So it's just the
I'm just
front,
talking about
just the
this,
front face. Okay.
Yeah, just the front face.
Okay.
And
Make sure you're incredibly clear with people. That's what they're getting. Because if they think anything else, they're going to yell at you very, very loudly because Kickstarter.
Oh
See,
yeah.
and that's why I clarified. What are we getting when we
And I
order? it
took a
from
bunch
them?
of photos of just this part, just these 2 parts that's what they're getting, and that's it. And I just put very clear also that they're not gonna get any Apple logos or anything. How do you call it? Laser engraved,
Mhm.
Right.
or etched, because there is not gonna be like that. So yes, I've been very. That's why I haven't done it yet. It's not live yet, because I've been really, really reading and taking a lot of photos and be very clear about everything.
Ha! Very clear. Ha!
I'll be your first. I'll give you your first review and go. I didn't get what I wanted. I was told I was getting everything.
I'm telling you, yeah. That's why I'm not gonna even offer a box or anything because I don't want them. Oh, you didn't tell the box in a box, and now my box is damaged and it's not collectible.
Oh, poor Mark. It did not matter what he did. If he shipped it without the outer box, people were like, "Hey, why did you do that?" But if he shipped it in just the outer box, they were like, "Hey, why did you do that?"
Yeah.
Stop complaining. It's
So,
a new keyboard, for God's sake. Stop complaining.
So hopefully, and it's going to be a very short run, so it's going to be like 70 only. So
where do we sign up for it?
I'll do the Kickstarter pretty soon.
Okay.
Kickstarter.
Yep.
Well, let's kick you in the butt and get that started.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
April 1st. April 1st.
April
April
1st,
1st,
man.
yeah.
April 1st. Get it out the door with the
April 2.
the announcement about
April
some
2.
big thing
No,
happening
first.
going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's my new stuff.
Awesome sauce. Cool beans.
Oh, and I got a new hat for tonight's stream with that sparkle.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Here, show everybody your cool hat.
All right, there it is.
He's got the like
Wait,
sequin.
can you like rub on it and then it like flips and they change?
I don't dare because like there's actual like if you look right here, there's a sparkle missing already, and that was the way it came off the shelf. So I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But everybody said I needed a hat for the show, and I couldn't find a cowboy hat, so I found a sparkle hat.
Cool.
Yep.
It matches your shirt.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I have like everything is purple today. I don't know why. Like my sweats are purple, my shirt's purple. Now I got purple in my hat.
Cool beans.
The purple.
What cool thing you working on, Ron?
Oh,
that's not Marchintosh.
Actually, my PCBs finally came in for my remote battery project for the corrected PCBs for the 1 and the 2. So I'm very I don't have any here with me. They're actually all out in the car because I loaded them up and everything earlier because I'm gonna start mailing stuff out this week. So
Nice.
all the parts came in from whatever GLC PCBs parts house is. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
LCSC.
Yes, easy for you to say. I was able to get all the parts in, so I'm basically ready to just throw everything in
If you want to
envelopes and get them
remember
out the door.
the easy way to say it's lick suck.
Ooh, that sounds stream friendly.
Hey, it's not a swear.
I didn't
And
say it
this
was
stream
a
is
swear.
not marked for children, so it's
For
fine.
children.
Oh.
No children.
I was gonna say it's not
Kids
marked for
only.
adults. Oh god.
No kids allowed.
I also want to remind everybody about Ron's cool video adapter here.
Oh
That,
yeah.
I didn't get to watch. Did Dave mess up with that today at all?
He got
No,
it. He got
it
it
actually
put together,
worked.
tested, and it did not turn into a chip launcher this time.
Yeah.
So
Good.
that's
Did
good.
he not? Did he have a display to plug it into? Or
He
anything?
doesn't have a display to hook up to it yet. No.
Okay.
So
alright.
that's his
yeah,
next
but
step.
but it's perfect if you have like an old monochrome or MGA display, TTL display, CGA display. Any of those should just work. Worst case scenario, you might need to have something that is or like a modern LCD that can deal with like 15 kilohertz and all that. So it should be able to display, but it might like flip the image somehow. I don't know. But don't forget, you can always just use the RGB to HDMI, or you can use RetroTink or one of those GBS 8500s or whatever they are, that generic community one that everybody's hacking. So yeah, there's lots of options.
Thank you for the offer, Jeremy, but I'm gonna keep my purple hat because it has sparkles.
Fair enough.
And genuine cowboy hats don't, or Western hats don't. So
I don't know.
Awesome.
It depends on if you pick one up at Pride.
see
True.
that's where I'm gonna get my next. That's where I'm gonna
Always-
get the actual
Always thinking.
Western hat is from Pride.
There you go.
I love Ryan's comment. How many Barneys got skinned to make Trina's hat?
I'm telling you.
I know the dinosaur product.
I know. Trina was so excited to find out if she could. She never stopped to think if she should.
That's right. That's right.
So sad for Barney, man. We miss you, man. We'll miss you.
If you want to watch something really funny, go to YouTube and look up anatomically correct Barney.
Mm-mm.
It is
Mm.
hilarious.
No.
Mm-mm.
Hard pass.
Mm-mm.
Hard
No,
pass.
no. It's on YouTube, so it's not like
Oh,
that
I've,
kind
I've,
of.
Don't
I've seen the
care.
stuff on YouTube. But Josh, it's good. You'll have to. Was yours modified? Because I know that a lot of people are doing some aftermarket modifications to those to
Mhm.
really clean up the video. Because I think the base card is very soft. Like
Mhm.
it, like on edges of stuff. Like if, like especially on 15 kilohertz sources like the 2GS and things like that. If you move the mouse cursor and it gets close to like the edge of a window or like the edge of a menu, it will actually push the icon or push the pixels of that border out of the way around the mouse. So I know people have been
Ooh,
really.
there you go. It's a new
Yeah.
board. It's a completely new
Oh, a
design.
new version. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Cool. All the
Neat.
mods built in. Yeah, it's post or let us know. I'd love to take a look at it.
yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Linky, please.
Yeah, he might be able to
Link-a-doodle.
paste a link into chat there. But
I'll go while you guys talk. I'll go see if I can find it, and I'll paste a link.
Oh, and by the way, it's called scientifically accurate Barney, not anatomically. Yeah.
oh,
Okay,
that
that's
makes
better.
There's a
sense. That sounds
difference.
better.
That's better.
Sorry, I don't know where my mind went to.
I don't want to know either.
But yeah, it's scientifically correct.
Accurate.
Barney.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna put.
That's-
I'll put a link to it in the private chat so we can watch it afterward. It's
Yep.
hilarious.
Sounds good.
Can't
Yeah,
find
but
it for
that's-
some reason, but okay.
Here's a card that I got from the big bad biologist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice. Mm-hmm.
So
Neat.
I'll be.
You know,
testing
I got some cards from Big
Awesome.
Bad Biologist.
Oh,
as
here
well.
we go. I found it.
Yeah, this is a loaner. This is not from. I'm just gonna try it and then send it back.
It's this is a Radeon,
Yeah,
a Mac.
ATI Radeon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
used
Very
to have all these when I
very
used to have-
fast.
I used to have a lot of Macs, but because I work with them, I had to sell them to buy the new ones. So I never kept anything.
Yeah.
It's a
It
shame.
happens.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I see
Oh.
what it is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Cool. So yeah, here I'll switch it over.
It's
So
on the
basically,
Ollie.
it's the GBS. It's kind of now I've made one of these myself, but these are units from AliExpress that come pre-done, so you don't have to do all the work. Basically, GBS control is this cool third-party thing where you take a specific kind of Arduino-y controller. It's like an ESP82 blah 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 controller, and you wire it into the GBS. And it allows you to do all the hackadoodles. But what this is you just buy the unit pre-made. So you don't have to do all the hackadoodles yourself. Here, I can zoom in a little bit. But yeah, there's like a billion of them here on AliExpress.
Yeah, but they
Because, it's all Chinese products, so they're all going to compete against each other to make the same damn thing.
Right.
But
they
yeah,
jacked the price too.
yeah.
Because they were like $20.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about it though. It's a lot of custom work. These have they have HDMI on them now, whereas like my GBS control is only VGA out. So it's got extra bits in it. It's got the cool panel here, the control panel, and all of that stuff. So, and you can tell they're all clones of each other. They're all exact same thing. It's like pick the one that has the lowest price. So yeah.
And what I did not know until recently is that purchasing from Alibaba is one thing, purchasing from AliExpress is another. When you make a purchase on AliExpress, they basically are they hold the money until you get the product, and once you get the product, then they release the money. So there is an incentive for the companies to ship in a timely manner, so that way that you get your stuff and they get paid. Because
they're more of a broker.
They don't. Yeah, just that's the word. Thank you, sir. So sort of like using like Buy
Amazon
or something like that for like an intermediary on that. Yeah.
So what do you use? What system would you use these for, or on with?
You'd be using that for any old machine that has like RGB 15 kilohertz video, a Tappa 2GS, an Atari ST, an
Mhm.
Amiga 500 to 4000.
Old arcade
and
machines.
yeah, in theory, I don't know if the new one can do it, but in theory, you can. There are units that can convert CGA to VGA and stuff like. I don't know if this one can, but that's the kind of concept.
It'll upscale. Actually, well, you could take a
Yeah,
CGA signal and just feed it directly into like a VGA because that's the whole thing where it's like
Yeah.
CGA, EGA, VGA. It's just like an extension.
So
But you do have to do some line leveling on some of that stuff to
Yeah.
be 100%.
Yeah. And it does not do CGA because CGA is digital.
digital. Yep.
now, on the Amiga front, normally you have to use a scan doubler or flicker fixer. This you wouldn't have to. Essentially, you just plug this in and it does the conversion.
Good question. I'm not sure. I plugged mine into my Amiga 4000 and it just works.
Huh.
Right.
So then I guess
Okay.
not.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about that, I'm gonna try to get Pi Storm for the Amiga 600.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried that?
Stares at his back in the corner he hasn't touched in a year and a half. Yes.
Nice.
So, for those of us who are new semi to retro
Josh
stuff,
says it is
what
a
is a
skin
Pi
double.
store?
So
It's
who
when
wants
the
to-
WIM system picks up and it goes through a bakery and it's like,
Or an
oh my
apple
gosh.
orchard.
Just
Oh,
go outside and
no.
open your mouth and it's like, pie.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
I really need
Ooh.
to go out after
So
this.
so the Pi Storm is a Raspberry Pi that mounts on top. Well, it's an adapter that you put a Raspberry Pi, and then this adapter you put it instead of the processor for an Amiga,
Okay.
and it's an accelerator.
Oh wait, I did install mine, and mine is installed in my 500. I remember now. Anyway,
Okay, well the
yeah, it
thing
makes
is
it
that-
like a 680/60.
Okay.
At like
Joe.
what?
Shh. Javier, go.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. I don't know that much.
I got excited.
I know.
You just can hide it.
We're used to it. We're used to Joe.
Go ahead.
No,
It's-
that's
it's-
great. I never used one. I don't know about it. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, no. Here, Josh is right. PyStorm is when you take a real Omega and turn it into an emulator. Basically, that is what it's doing. It boots this super tight core, and then it emulates the processor you want to upgrade to. And because it's running on like a quad core ARM processor, it's at like all of the megahertz.
Right.
So yeah. So you can get like crazy high end, like a 680/60, which is the best 68K best 68K processor you can get. And then I know. And
There's the air quotes
lasers.
again.
Sharks. So
Air quotes.
and of course then it's super duper fast and
Right,
all that
right.
stuff.
Yeah, the
So
cool thing about that I heard is that they're porting it to the Atari ST,
Mhm.
and they wanted to port it to the Macintosh, but they never did.
Okay.
Yeah. And the core is there because it's effectively just emulating the processor.
Mhm.
So the tweaks to it are mostly just slight timing adjustments, in theory, to work for the different systems. But yeah, and then Josh is correct too. You also get the RTG and HDMI output. It's got that extra stuff.
Yeah, I heard that you get also, more memory. That's RTG.
Yeah.
And yeah. So anyway, I heard about it. I saw a demo of that emulating a Mac and an Atari ST from an Amiga with one of those Pi Storm, and it looked really nice. So that's what I liked.
Nice.
But
Cool. So when are you gonna install it? Install
Well,
it. Install
well,
it.
I'm first I gotta order it, so I gotta find one, and
Retargetable
then
graphics, yes.
I'll do that. I got several.
Order it yesterday
5-0.
and show it right now. Do it.
Yeah, do it.
And you're welcome, by the way, 1-Bit Fever Dreams. He said thanks for asking clarification.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome sauce.
See, you got me on as a host because I don't know the stuff, so I'll just
Yeah.
ask clarification and then
You're
Once
the
you guys-
surrogate for the
The every person.
yeah.
for the audience. Yeah,
That's right.
that's great. Cool beans. Gosh, what's Joe working on? Too many friggin' things.
I know.
Do you want to
Let's
show
go.
you? Do you want to show your palette of boxes that you've packed up?
Oh
you're
yeah,
showing?
yeah, yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen the dryer.
Oh my God.
Look on the right-hand side. Or left-hand, sorry.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go. Jeez.
See the boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 28. 28 of them. That's 1 week of orders. It's
Your mailman loves you.
It's just insane.
And those are
Yeah.
all the twos. Joe,
What,
The Raspberry Pi
twos?
or the
those are all the two.
Those are
the
mostly
seven-
those are
V2s.
mostly V2s. There are a few V1s in there, and just a couple of my other stuff was in there. Yeah. But now I've got is Joe's mother watching this stream? Yeah, she was watching that last stream. Everybody loved my mom.
No, she was.
And
Yep.
It was awesome. She loved it. She was
That's
happy.
great.
I've got 2 repairs here. I've got an Apple II GS here that doesn't work, that somebody sent me. I have an Apple III here that doesn't work that somebody sent me. But I was able to determine that all of those chips in the Apple III were bad, including the keyboard encoder. So,
Oh,
good for
crap.
that. But it's still dead. I've got Petter's Titan 3 card I have to finish. I have a stack stuff over there I have to clone for Javier. Javier and the Kansas Fest committee type Sean Fahey, something or other. Just, I have to finish getting this done for Mac Effects. This is technically open source. Bola did this, but Mac Effects has a license to resell it. So he wanted me to test the process and educate him on the process, what it takes to make these so that he can produce those. I got to get that finished for him. It's crazy insanity. But it is what it is. Anybody listening, I'm not taking any other repairs on right now or any projects like that. I got to get caught up on what I'm doing. I've got people like Petter's been waiting. I told him it'll only take 3 months to do this board. That was before the pandemic.
Oh my
It's been
God.
3 freaking years now. So I need to get that done. But yeah. Anyway.
Ron,
Yeah,
that's
You wanna come
a
in?
PowerBook serial adapter.
Yes, I actually I did a short about that this week as part of my Marcintosh coverage, where it is a come on, baby, you can do it. All right, it is a PowerBook serial adapter. So basically, it plugs into the modem port inside your PowerBook, and then gives you a real deal serial port. So for machines like the PowerBook 100 or the PowerBook 150 that only have one serial port, you can add a second one. But the idea would be to take this and strip it back a little bit and just have an internal header where you can plug in the old net serial Wi-Fi adapter so that you could have wireless networking
Hell yeah!
on your PowerBook.
That's
That's
what I'm
funny.
talking about.
This was an idea given to me by Javier.
I've been
This
waiting
is-
to take my PowerBook to Starbucks. So come on.
I know. But Joe, did you see that I paid extra, but I have bare boards
Cool.
and a parts list.
Ooh.
So it's turnkey. But the company is
So-
still out. The
Yeah.
company is still out there making these. You can order these right now.
Nice.
So it is something that I had to. It took some convincing for them to send me all the stuff. But I mean, it even comes with some beautiful license agreements for owning one. So
How would we do that? I'm just thinking out loud now. I haven't seen the old net thing that actually plugs into the serial port, but the idea would be just to smash the two together into one board, basically.
yeah, because it's basically all this has on it are just some serial control chips for like resistor and some other little doodads that do like power on or wake on LAN or wake on ring and stuff like that. And you could eliminate all those things out of the design and basically just be like, okay, just express a regular RS-232 serial port at this point in the machine, and then you could wire or take the DB9 off of the old net adapter and just slap it on top of the board there.
Mhm.
It'd be pretty neat.
Interesting.
Yep. But I did a short about that this week. You can check it out on my channel. That'll have
I
has
want
more
to.
information and close-up
hipster.
pictures and such.
I want to see a short on you using your PowerBook at Starbucks with Wi-Fi.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I was born ready.
Yeah, it'll be there one day. Yeah, and actually, I don't have a problem with the serial port on that SE30. It was a software issue because once I pulled my ROMinator out and put like a real ROM for an SE30 in there, I was able to put 7.5 on there, and that 7.5 install, it was like, oh, no problem, no problem. Disable Apple Talk, why not? And then I did a bunch of MIDI test stuff last night on Joe's stream, Steve's stream,
Steve's
Joe's
stream.
Okay.
Yep. The late night, let's make really bad jokes that aren't suitable for adults, let alone children stream. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to go and use PowerBook in like somewhere
Starbucks.
public.
Come on.
Yep.
Come on.
By the way, you just remind me with that
Oh my
SE30.
God.
I got an email from Down Under. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Crikey.
And yeah, I'm getting my SE30 board back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Finally. Yes. It only took like 18 people in like 4 years to get it figured out, but man, it was in bad shape.
Who's counting? Who's counting?
It was in bad shape.
woo. So it's working then now, is it?
Yep.
His board, we started working on it before the SE30 Reloaded project existed.
I remember. Yeah.
My
'Cause
board
I
went
remember.
from-
I remember going to Steve.
It was pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
I tried to fix it. Send it to Joe. Joe sent it to Steve. And Steve sent it Down Under.
Yeah. Actually, what I heard is before it went there, Steve sent it to that new lady that works down there in IT. Her name's Helen Waite. So you just go there, and then you see what happens.
And then wait. It took me a minute.
I love you, Ron. Anyway, cool beans. Wow, we're running short on content for tonight. So somebody talk. I'm out of things to talk about.
Well,
Oh,
actually, would you make me full screen for a minute? Because I actually
I
have
can
something kind of
absolutely
important that
do
I would
that.
really like to share.
Do it.
Give me. Oh, actually, well, no, sorry. I'm gonna share something, and then I want you to
Okay.
make that full screen.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
give me just 1 second, because then I
Yeah, I
gotta,
will
I gotta
find a new
present.
Load it.
Share screen. Share. Window. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm ready. Please add that to the stream. Hi, everybody. My name is Ron McAdams from Ron's Computer Videos.
Uh-huh.
I just want to remind everybody about something very important that's happening in our community right now, which is the effort to save Tony's Apple II collection. If you don't know about the situation, Tony Diaz passed away recently. It's been a little bit of time since he passed away, but it's still kind of fresh in the memory of the Apple II community. Tony was a cool guy. He was a hacker. He was somebody that was always really a booster for the community, and someone who absolutely had an amazing collection of things that were his personal finds, a lot of prototypes, a lot of one-of-a-kinds, a lot of just weird stuff that you couldn't see anywhere else. But when Tony passed away, he didn't really have a plan in place for his family to understand what to do with that collection or how to return things to the people that had loaned him stuff. So what's been worked out is Chris Torrance and Peter Neubauer have worked out a situation where trusted people through the Kansas Fest board are going to be able to go there and pick up some of these items, move them to a safe location, and then start the long process of documenting and getting things returned to their original owners and stuff like that. And then other things in the collection are going to end up in a museum, so that way that those things can be enjoyed by the community for decades to come. So what I'd really like to encourage people to do is to go to the link that Joe has placed here in the chat. You can also search for Kansas Fest Tony Legacy GoFundMe, and it will take you. It's basically the first link on Google. So if you were to go out there, please read through the situation, what's happening. It's it's kind of, it'll pull on your heartstrings a little bit, but what they're trying to do right now is raise money to make that happen. So any amount helps. $5 helps. $1 helps. There's been people in this chat here that have made some very amazing donations to try to make this happen. So if you are a retro computing enthusiast, this is a conservation hobby. And efforts like this is where the rubber meets the road in that conservation effort. So even $5 helps preserve this collection for future generations. If you've been to a computer show recently, you're going to notice that there are more and more young people showing up to these things. There are more and more young people that are like teenagers that are coming in to kind of experience this stuff for the first time. They can't if this stuff no longer exists. So please take a minute, read, give it your thoughtful consideration, and thank you.
Yep.
Absolutely. I had to move the video around. I was hiding Trina, and it didn't feel fair.
And also, I started like patting the cat, and I was like, "This kind of looks weird because all you can see is my hands."
Hey, well,
like, what am I doing behind the? Yeah.
I've been to onlytrinas.com, so I wasn't like weirded out for a second.
Yeah, interesting side note. Adam found that he saved a Bell and Howell from that collection by mistake. And part of, if you read into that GoFundMe, you'll find out. But basically, some of the family members, either for whatever reason, we don't know why or how, but some of the family members were selling some of the collection.
Yeah.
And we won't get into speculation about that. But Adam happened to come across one of those quite accidentally on an eBay something or other that was not even labeled correctly, not labeled as what it is for what people are normally searching for. So he was able to snag that. So at the very least, that got saved and as part of the greater community that we know is going to take care of it.
Oh, good.
And it ended up, being thrown in some private collection that nobody's ever going to see again or whatnot. So,
did you see Bob Darlington's post? I bequest to all my Apple stuff to Joe upon my death, at my wife's expense, especially if she kills me.
Bob, the thing to know is this is very much like a Klingon ship. So you're my first officer until you kill me or I find somebody better. So if you do pass on and something were to make it to Joe's hands, that's only a death sentence for Joe. So I just be careful what you bequeath.
Kapla.
Yes.
Kapla.
Kapla.
Yep.
Don't let the Ferengis get it. Yes, exactly.
That's exactly right.
You don't operate by the Ferengi rules of acquisition.
Once you have their money, never give it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Family are like rungs of a ladder. Never be afraid to step on them to get to the top.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
I have the book, The Ferengi Rules of Acquisition.
Yeah.
Because I'm that much of a Star Trek geek. Yes, I'll admit it.
You know what, Trina? You and I and whoever else in the community wants to, we need to have like a Star Trek Picard episode 6 like watch party and just
You don't
get
like Deep
together
Space Nine?
and watch it. What's that?
I like
You don't like
Deep Space
Deep
Nine.
Space Nine?
No, I like Deep Space Nine. It's just Picard's what's new right now. I'm just saying.
Sure.
We need to get together and have a
I
watch.
haven't seen anything of season 3 because I heard really bad reviews. Like I stopped watching halfway through season 1.
Don't
And then
worry, because season 3 is like season 1 and 2 never happened.
That's what I've heard.
They wrote all those people off. They killed those characters off. The only people that are left are, of course, like 7 and 9, Riker, Picard.
Wow.
The whole
and then-
TNG crew, basically.
And then the undercover lady. That was it. Everybody else.
We need
Yeah,
Joe
the
to
undercover lady.
explain her.
Please don't say her name. That is a spoiler.
Undercover lady.
Big,
My,
huge spoiler. Tearjerker spoiler. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I think
I
my
don't wanna
least favorite was Voyager. For some reason, I just couldn't
Oh,
get into Janeway.
So here's the issue I have with Voyager. We'll just go off on a tangent for a second. Voyager was Star Trek: The Next Generation, in the Delta or in the whatever
Mhm.
hell quadrant they were in.
Delta Quadrant. Yeah.
Yeah, Delta
Gamma
quadrant
or
because
Delta?
Delta. Because
Delta.
basically every episode was one-offs. They never had any runs. It was always Alien of the Week. Somehow Voyager. See, TNG was okay because you could explain it. The Enterprise went to a starbase. They got repaired between episodes.
Right.
Whereas in Voyager was just how did the
Spoiler
Voyager
alert.
get how did Voyager get
How they
repaired
fix
every week?
this? Right. Yeah.
Yeah, especially after the whole huge we blew up like 3 decks on the ship
Yeah.
because whatever Hiroja
And
had taken
well,
over
you
the
know,
holodecks.
This is
Like,
before, yeah, and this is before you could retcon it and say, oh well, they had the robots which would go out and fix the ship, which have been in
Right.
that they added in the new old Star Treks, but
Mhm.
like they never showed that, so they didn't explain it, so it doesn't.
yeah. But yes, DS9, I agree with you. DS9, best series out there.
But DS9 is absolutely awesome.
The
It's
best.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
I think Voyager
DS9
suffered from
and
poor
Next
casting.
Generation were real good.
That's me.
Mhm.
Yeah, next
I will tell
enjoyed
you what
Next
else is
Generation.
pretty good. Strange New Worlds, pretty great. I've
Ooh,
only seen
Strange
like
New
a
Worlds.
part of a couple of
I think I've seen
episodes,
it.
but it's really
Yeah.
great. Everything I've seen so far is pretty great.
I agree. I have enjoyed a few episodes of Strange New Worlds. I had an issue with one of them, but
I'm just waiting for a mix-up of Star Trek and Van Halen, so I can see Joe's reaction.
Lower Decks is really
and
funny
and,
too.
and and there's
Mhm.
really when I get into a really like mood of wanting to work on a computer, because Eric's Edge mentions TOS forever, I put on the ultimate computer, the season 2, episode 24 of the original series. Go watch it. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And yes,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
know
Calculate
the
Benjamin Sisko.
to its final number all digits of pi.
yes.
Funny.
Cool beans. I have to look that up now. I have to remember.
Oh, This Side of Paradise? Really?
DC Fontana. Yep.
Trina?
mhm.
What's
Trina.
that?
This Side of Paradise? Really?
Huh?
Season 1, episode 24 of TOS?
Season 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
That's why I was like, wow.
No,
Ah.
season 2, episode 24 is the
Okay.
ultimate computer.
Oh, right. Yeah. With the Daystrom. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. hmm
Who ends up completely? Yeah, I won't spoil it. Go watch it.
You know, that it came out in 1968. Feel free to just spoil away. It's people have lived and died since that episode came out. It's okay.
Literally,
There
most of the original cast by this point, we're
Yeah.
down to just a few.
There still may be people out there who don't know that Darth Vader is Luke's father yet.
Wait, what?
So we don't know.
No!
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
I thought
Yeah.
Darth Vader was Captain Kirk's father.
Oh yeah.
Everybody-
Hey,
Let's just
That explains
it.
Joe.
Everybody
Joe.
knows Snape killed Dumbledore, right?
Mm-hmm.
they do
Yeah.
now.
I think so. Yep.
Joe,
Yes.
you know that episode of
I have
Lower
seen-
Decks? Trina,
Go.
give me 1 second.
Okay.
Joe, you know that episode of Lower Decks where they're like the collector people, where they're having to help that person with their collector ship
Yeah.
with all the cool, huge collection?
Uh-huh.
I think the best joke in that is like the most understated thing. There's a huge skeleton
Yeah.
in like a blue TOS uniform. So it's
Yep.
absolutely, it's that episode of TAS that Walter Koenig wrote, like the ultimate Spock or whatever the name of it was,
Oh
where
yeah.
there's like some like 30-foot tall Spock on a planet. It's like,
Mhm.
what? Why?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Um,
it. Sorry.
Oh, now I forget what I was going to. Oh, I saw one Harry Potter movie and I fell asleep through it. Because my ex-wife said, "Oh, we're going to go watch this," and I said, "Okay," and then I fell asleep through it. So I'm sorry, I don't know any Harry Potter gobbledygook.
It's if like Wizard High School.
I gathered
That's it.
that. That's what I gathered,
Wizard
and then
High School.
that was what I gathered for the first 5 minutes, and then the next thing I knew,
Remember how
I was
shitty
being-
high school was?
It's like British
Only
Dawson's
there's
Creek.
only there's magic.
I remember watching the first 5 minutes and going, "Okay, this is like some teenager thingy, and then I fell asleep, and the next thing I knew, I was being poked because the movie was over. So yeah, really riveting.
It's Wizard Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah. That Harry Potter is like a total Mary Sue. Just
And
saying.
apparently Joe is Ron's father.
That's
He
right.
is. Yep.
That was a secret.
You know,
Oh, okay.
I went back in time before I was born.
Yes.
That happened to Futurama.
Mhm. Your own grandpa. Yeah.
Did the nasty and the pasty. Mhm.
Yep.
I think that's a good spot to say we're gonna end the stream.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're getting into that path.
Oh well. All righty. Well,
Connor.
this has been a fun romp tonight. It's been super cool. Again, thank you to Frank / FrodoJedi for being our guest tonight and hanging out with us, having fun with us, telling us about your story. And since you're relatively new in the community, I think it's awesome that you were able to come on and say, "Hey, I'm here. Let's have fun. Let's do the thing." So that was really cool. Why don't you tell everybody how they can find you on all of the places in the internets and stuff?
So the only place I'm really at is on YouTube at FrodoJedi or bitbang.social at FrodoJedi as well. I don't tweet or twat or whatever that is.
Language.
Tweet or twat. I don't do any of that.
Careful, the British people will be upset.
Just on the two platforms right now. So
Cool beans.
Come on, babe.
Trina, where can
Hey.
people find you and your beautiful cats?
Where can they find us? So at my channel, which has an interesting new person following me.
We found that out today. Yeah.
Yeah, at Trina's Technobabble, so youtube.com at Trina's Technobabble. Also on Twitter at TechnobabbleT. I do have a Mastodon, but I don't really use it, so sorry.
Well,
cool.
I feel like I should be apologizing for that. I'm sorry.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean, does
Don't
it
you
mean
have a
you're a
website
bad
too?
person?
I also do have a website. It's JCM. Oh, sorry, no, that's the wrong website. It's not that one. It's computerswithpride.ca. And
Cool.
I sell computer parts.
She's
on
got
there,
lots
so.
of cool stuff on there. So if you're,
Yeah,
you're in the Toronto area and need
Or
a deal
or
on
if
how
you
to do
if you're
computer,
if you're in the States, I do or like outside of Toronto, I do also ship them. So
cool. Awesome.
Awesome.
Sauce. Sweet. Ron, no, we'll do Ron, you go last.
Do
Javier.
Javier.
Yeah, I'm better. So
You're definitely here.
I
Yeah,
mean, where's the lie? So
I am Habmaster at the Twitters. I am Habmaster at bigbang.social. Adventures in Retro Computing. I don't know how to fix it, but anyway, this little guy right here. But also, more important, 8-bit Tees, where you can get nice gear, nice cups. One of the one with my friend Was over here. I have a very nice, coffee mug that is the new stuff, and almost as nice as JCM-1, because JCM- got competition that cannot, I cannot compete with that kind of good stuff. But check my stuff; it's good. It's good enough.
That's good.
That's it.
That's what Sammy Hagar said in 1986. Hey, Van Halen and Apple II, we mixed them. Yeah, great. Yeah, cool.
oh, and you can also find Havmaster at hornhub.com. But that's a whole different kind of Havmaster.
Hey now.
Don't
Hold
go
on.
there. Don't go there, sister.
Ron, go.
Run.
Hi everyone. It's me, Ron, from sorry, wait, hold on one second. From Ron's Computer Videos. You might remember me from this very podcast that you just watched. But if you're interested in what I'm up to, you can check out ronscompvids.com for more information and how to follow me on the various doobly-doos.
Doodly-doo. Doodly-doo.
And
Markiplier reference? Nobody got that one? Anyway, okay. Nope. Hi, everybody. I am Joe from Joe's Computer Museum.
Hi,
is my
Dr.
museum.
Joe.
I've got things there, and things there, and things there, and things over there. You can support my museum by going to jcm-1.com right there, or boop, right there, and get things like Blue Scuzzy version 2 out now. You can get keyboard encoders. You can get these cool hats like Javier is pointing to right there. You can get these cool LED bright LED kits in any logo or combination of your choice. Pick the LEDs you want, order it, and you can get it. You can also support me at Joe's Computer Museum on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month, you can become a patron and get stickers and mugs and hang out with me in my super cool Discord, where I will invite my Discord folks to be in a stream with me like this on occasion. So we've had Logan in the stream and Adam in the stream and other patrons in the stream. So it's really cool that you get to hang out. I also every once in a while we'll do a patron only hangout where we'll just kind of goof off and fix computers and do stuff together. So it's really cool. You can also find me on the garbage site at Museum Joe. That would be Twitter. Until that decides to fall over and die, or they decide to charge too much money for me to make sense to have that up anymore. You can also find me on the entirety of Mastodon at Museum Joe at oldbytes.space. I'm not on BitBang only because I've had oldbytes.space for longer than BitBang has existed. And that is all.
Can you, by the way, for those of us who want to order one of those Apple LED things that you have,
Yes.
I'm pointing over this way. I don't know. Yeah, you point.
Yes.
Can you get them pre-built?
No.
Okay.
And the only reason that you can't get them pre-built is because it has a copyrighted logo if built. This is why I saw the
Trina,
parts.
you can get one built. How it works is you buy 2 of them and you ship them to me, and then one of them will arrive at your house.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
Good.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this has been super awesome. This has been Retro Repair Roundup, episode 30. Again, thank you to all our wonderful people in the chat who have been dropping in a lot of things for us to talk about. Thank you very much again to FrodoJedi for being our guest tonight. Thank you to our super awesome hosts. And that is it.
Should we tell who the guest is for next episode?
Oh, yes. Let's talk about that because this is very important. Oh, Javier's got something. Wait, Javier has to go to the restroom. Javier, come back.
Oh, I'm here.
I thought he put his catheter in before the stream started.
Nope.
I thought he was.
I'm just preparing for your announcement.
Yes.
Okay.
So, our next stream, which will be on some number I don't remember.
April 2nd.
It'll be the first Sunday in April.
Well, yes, I know that,
easy.
but I just wanted to say the actual date. It's April 2nd. We will be having Leo, who was whose last name I don't remember because it's complex like mine. It's Stroh-Snyder and has lots of K's and X's and things in it. Leo is the guy who's running the entire Naboo project right now, I believe.
Yes.
He's the one who's going through all of the Naboos and getting them out for sale and out to the public. He's going to be our guest for a short period of time. Leo Binowski. Thank you, Binkowski. Yes, Leo.
And we're also going to have Sean of Geek with Social Skills.
Geek with Social Skills. Yeah.
Sean is going to be on as well. Because the two of them are thick as thieves, and so they're going to be able to tell us all about what's going on with Naboo, why you should get a Naboo, why you should get one soon, because they're almost all gone.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And we'll be talking about the history of it, why it exists, how it came back, and all of that other stuff. So that is going to be a super duper. Oh, Leo. Okay, thank you. Leo's the programmer. Thank you.
Okay.
So we'll be talking about that in a couple weeks. So that will be super duper awesome.
Oh yeah.
Cool beans.
All
All right, again, thank you all for stopping by tonight. It's been super fun, and we'll see you on April the 2nd.
Bye.